It's a day pack from Gossamer Gear, and it's now more sustainable than ever. And you know I love a good day pack. I mean, like, bonus points if it also looks as good as it is functional. Fortunately, the newly updated Loris 25 day pack from Gossamer Gear is just that. Is it the perfect day pack? Well, I don't know about that, but it might be pretty dang close. And honestly, who am I to say whether or not it's perfect for you? After all, that's why we do all these reviews, to show you high quality, sustainable gear, highlight what's great about it or not, to help you figure out if it's the right pack for you. That way you don't have to buy a bunch of packs and waste both money and resources in your pursuit of the perfect one. But let's get into it already. Starting with the functions and features that make this backpack unique. Now, first of all, let me say this isn't a brand new design or anything like that. Gossamer Gear has offered this pack for a while now, but it did recently get a sustainability upgrade in the way of materials, as did a lot of Gossamer Gear's packs this season. As of this spring, in fact, it's now made with 100% recycled fabrics. And yes, it's also PFAS free. That means the carbon footprint of this pack has been reduced by about 50% from the original. Now, that's a general statistic, not a Loris-specific statistic, but that's a general number. When you switch things to being made out of recycled materials instead of virgin ones, their footprint drops by about 50%, give or take. So yeah, we're super glad to see this material swap. And in case you've had other Gossamer bags in the past and you're wondering if the fabric feels or performs the same, yes, it does. Honestly, I cannot tell the difference. But on to other features, pretty much all of which I really appreciate and seem thoughtfully designed. Let's start with pockets. The main pocket, because why not? It is a unique one. Instead of a traditional zipper, it's accessible by a fold-over top-down opening, coupled with a nice long zipper that runs down the underside of the top flap all the way to the middle front of the bag. Now, I have mixed feelings about this opening. On one hand, the top opening and zipper offer an easy way to really dig into the bag and find what you're looking for, even if it's on the bottom, especially if there's lots of bulky stuff inside. On the other hand, if you're the type of hiker who's constantly swinging your bag around to grab something out of the inside, be it a rain jacket, sunscreen, snacks, and extra layer, etc., it's a bit more time consuming to have to unclip the main clips, the inner clip meant to keep all the excess material nice and compact, and potentially undo the zipper too. It's more effort than just zip one zipper and done. Now, see, I am that type of hiker, so I found it a bit frustrating having to stop, take my pack off, undo everything, dig around, refasten all the clips, and then put the bag back on. It's not the most highly efficient system, is all I'm saying. Now, if you tend to just get started and go, you may not care. And is the top flap a deal breaker? Nah, I don't think so, especially when you consider all the other useful features on this pack, like all the stash pockets. There's a zipper pocket on the lid, which I'm a big fan of. Love keeping little bits and pieces separate and easy to access. You know, like headphones, hand sanitizer, painkillers, first aid kit, your favorite outdoor Barbie, you know, whatever. Then there are two side water bottle pockets, a necessity, obviously. They were the perfect size and shape to easily slide in my Nalgene water bottle without taking off my pack. One tip though, cinch down the compression straps on the sides so you know when you're putting your bottles in the pocket, not just sliding it through the straps. Ask me how I learned that. Then there are two stretchy pockets on the shoulder straps, which frankly I'm a big fan of. Now, they are mainly designed to hold smart water bottles or some similar hydration device. This is an ultralight pack after all. It's 19.5 ounces, by the way. And ultralighters are freaking obsessed with their smart water bottles, which frankly is a whole other conversation because those things are not meant to be reused, guys. Plastic particles, man. And also, totally not sustainable. There are other solutions for filtering water with your Sawyer filter, come on. But back to the point. The pockets are equally good for holding a moderately sized cell phone. My regular iPhone 14 Pro fits perfectly with a case on. Plus, I could cram snacks, battery chargers, or lip balm in the other one. Whatever you want to keep close at hand, you know, while you're on the move. Those shoulder strap pockets are especially handy because the backpack doesn't come with a hip belt with any pockets. Now, that's fine because this is an ultralight pack and you probably won't be carrying a ton of weight in it anyway, but if you're the type who appreciates a hip hip belt, you can purchase an attachable fast belt separately from Gossamer Gear, which I actually really dig because it makes for a more universally appealing backpack that you can customize to your preferences or even to your specific hike. Attach the hip belt if you've got the pack loaded with stuff and it's heavier than usual, or take it off if you're just going out for a quick hike around the park. After all, I've heard of people buying expensive day packs and immediately cutting off the hip belt straps. I know, it hurts me too just thinking about it, like, whew, nails on a chalkboard. But with this pack, you don't have to. Just add it on if you want. Then there's the big stretchy front pocket, and I'm a sucker for a big stretchy front pocket. I need to be able to quickly stash a rain jacket, map, charging cables, an extra pair of barefoot sandals, you name it. If a backpack doesn't have a stretchy front pocket, frankly, I don't want it. Remember how I mentioned I'm always getting things in and out of my pack? The big stretchy front pocket is a must for me. Maybe you heard a similar refrain in our Deuter Speedlight CV Daypack review. Honestly, if you're in the market, you should go check out that video too. But let's look inside the bag. Now, there's a hydration reservoir sleeve, of course, which also just as easily functions as a laptop sleeve. My 16-inch MacBook Pro fits perfectly, meaning this backpack works as a commuter bag in addition to a hiking bag, meaning you can tackle that 14er or take your laptop to Starbucks to work on your screenplay. You do you. There's also a mesh zippered pocket on the front of the hydration bladder pocket. It's a nice place to store small loose items that you may not need quick access to, but want to keep together anyway. I do appreciate a good interior zippered pocket. But we're still not done talking about all the features. When it comes to stashing your gear on the outside, the bag has several attachment points. Compression straps on the side double as security straps for taller water bottles or trekking poles. You just stick the tips of your poles in these little bungee loops at the bottom, tighten as needed, and either clip the compression straps around your pole or place the handles underneath the lid of the bag and secure it closed to hold your sticks in place. There's an adjustable sternum strap, reflective webbing that doubles as routing for a hydration hose, or you can use it to attach accessories like a camera clip. Plus, there's a hydration hose port on the top middle of the bag so you can route the hose over either shoulder. There's also an ice axe loop on the bottom, and on the back is a brand new removable sit light pad, which serves multiple purposes. One, it creates a frame of sorts and keeps anything hard and angular inside the bag from stabbing you in the back while you hike around all day. Two, it increases airflow, although you shouldn't expect the bag to perform as well as, say, an Osprey in that department. And three, you can easily pop it out and use the pad as a sit pad during a long hike when you want to either insulate your butt from the cold or just create a more comfortable place to sit. You can also just hike without it if you don't require the additional structure or lightweight comfort that it adds, or if you want to shave all of 66 grams from your pad. Now, I have mixed feelings about the pad. It is just made of EVA foam, which isn't terribly sustainable. I mean, the stuff isn't recyclable or anything. If it gets torn up or damaged, you just have to throw it in the garbage where it's going to a landfill and will sit for hundreds of years. That said, I do love a good sit pad, especially on winter hikes when I don't want to sit directly on the snow, but also on long day hikes where I'd like to take more comfortable breaks every now and then. Well, more comfortable than sitting on a jagged rock anyway. And to be fair, plenty of other day packs also utilize some sort of foam back panel, so this isn't me tearing apart the Loris 25. At least this pad offers increased functionality because it's removable. Just take care of it, okay? The bag also comes in about 4 different colors, in case you don't like this delightfully retro 90s color scheme. I dig it, frankly. But how did it function on the trail? Pretty well, actually. It was comfortable even without a hip belt. It didn't move around on my back that much, at least when it wasn't full of extremely heavy gear, and I didn't feel any uncomfortable pressure points anywhere. I will say that the shoulder straps are pretty dang wide. Not wide set, which means they didn't have any trouble staying on narrower shoulders, but the straps themselves are pretty chunky. Now, I have a pretty small frame, but still, thicker straps don't necessarily mean more comfortable straps. And if you're small and have a larger chest, the straps might not fit you very comfortably at all. Hopefully in future iterations of this pack, Gossamer will narrow the straps a little bit. That said, I do love supporting small brands. Gossamer Gear is based in Austin, Texas, by the way, and the Gorilla 50-liter backpack from the brand is one of my faves for longer backpacking excursions. So Yeah, the brand makes good gear and I can definitely recommend this pack. I like the colors available, I love that it's made out of recycled materials now, and I appreciate that it's from a small brand based in the US. And overall, it's just a functional and fun day pack that honestly should last a pretty long time. That said, it never hurts to keep some patches on hand for when ultralight gear needs a quick fix. Don't trash it, repair it. We'll drop a link to the Gossamer Gear Loris 25 below. And if you're in the market for other ultralight gear, check out some of these other rad videos. Then we'd be totally stoked if you rang that bell, hit subscribe, and maybe even joined our Patreon while you're at it. There are bloopers! And if you don't want to miss any of our other gear highlights, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Terradrift, and then read up on even more gear at terradrift.com, including ultralight gear, obviously. Then, if your old pack has bit the dust and is beyond repair, grab yourself a sustainable day pack and wander on.